Good morning, everyone. I want to begin by acknowledging that we are gathered on the territory of the signatories of Treaty 7, and I want to acknowledge the Métis people who share a deep connection to this land. Yesterday, Danielle Smith sought a pat on the back from Albertans for signaling that she may, at some point, move to undo harmful cuts and policies from the UCP government that have been in place for years that specifically targeted Albertans with disabilities and senior Albertans and caused pain and financial suffering for many, many people. So this morning, I'm here to say that if we are in the business of cleaning up the UCP's mess, I'm coming forward to call for immediate fix on another horrible decision made mere months or even actually weeks after this government took office in 2019. And that is the removal of the cap on auto insurance. Now, we know that for so long, insurance industry lobbyists have had a direct line into the Premier's office, and families have suffered as a result. When the UCP lifted the cap, then Finance Minister Travis Taves made that decision, and he is still the Finance Minister. Some of us saw our premiums shoot up like a rocket to the tune of 30% or more in one fell swoop. Literally thousands of dollars in annual additional costs to keep our cars on the road. That's the vehicle that Albertans rely on to get to work, pick kids up from school, run around to activities, but even at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, when in other jurisdictions, drivers were getting some form of car insurance relief because their cars were parked, when so many Albertans were relying on our vehicles less and less, insurance companies here continued to rake in money. According to the latest Superintendent of Insurance annual report, which is a Government of Alberta document, those companies operating here in Alberta collected $2.4 billion more in premiums in 2021 than they paid out in claims. That's an 86% increase in their margins year over year. And we know that there were still many, many interruptions to our work and our recreational lives in 2021. And yet, an 86% increase in margins for auto insurance companies, $2.4 billion more that Albertans paid that they did not receive back in claims. That equates to $777 per vehicle in Alberta. That is obscene. Alberta's largest automobile insurer, Intact Insurance, brought in $911 in premiums, paid out just $467 in claims. So that's record margins for one of the largest companies in this country. Record pain for Alberta drivers who are actually footing the bill. That's the UCP way. They caved to high-priced lobbyists, and now Albertans are paying the price. So today, I'm here to call for an immediate fix. This is actually an easy one. You can do it right away. So I know that Danielle Smith is still familiarizing herself with how to be a premier. So here's a really quick tip on how to do this. It is time to stop penalizing Alberta families. It is time to stop padding profits of insurance companies that are not returning those profits into savings for Alberta drivers. We can put an immediate freeze on automobile insurance premiums. Danielle Smith has a choice to make. She can either overrule her finance minister, who signed off on removing the cap in the first place, the guy who made that backroom deal with those insurance lobbyists, or her only other choice is to cower to those same lobbyists and allow her finance minister to continue to sit in their pocket while you continue to pay. This is very simple. No more cost hikes until we can get a handle on these skyrocketing costs. Now, I was proud to stand with Rachel Notley a couple of weeks ago at our NDP convention when she pledged to put the freeze in herself should we form the next government. And rest assured that if Danielle Smith refuses to act, help is on the way, because we will. But today we have to recognize the historic inflationary pressures that Albertans are facing. We have 40-year high inflation, And that inflationary growth is outpacing our wage growth here in Alberta by nearly 4 times. People are suffering. They're falling further and further behind. Albertans should not have to wait 6 months for Danielle Smith to get up the nerve to seek a mandate from Albertans in the general election. Albertans need help now. So it's time to hang up the phone on UCP insurance lobbyist insiders and to do something to answer the call from Alberta families struggling to make ends meet. Thank you, and I'll now take your questions.
Okay, we'll see if there's any questions in the room. Okay, and we'll go to questions on the line. Just a reminder, if you're joining by Zoom, to use the raise hand function. And seeing none, that's all for today.
Much for watching, and to learn more, check out albertasfuture.ca.